Hello children. Today we are going to start with chapter 14, that is fundamental geometrical concepts. In this we are beginning with the geometry. As we know, the word geometry comes from two words, geo and metron. Geo word means earth and metron means measurement. Although earlier in ancient time it was used for the measurement of earth, but now we use this geometry in various fields in our daily life. In this chapter we will revise certain concepts which we have already done in our previous classes. We will start with the line segment. Line segment means if there are 2 points like A and B and they're connected with a straight path, okay, it means that it has two ends, then it is said to be line segment. It is denoted by with the name of points given along with this symbol. Fine. So if the line name is AB, so we write like this AB. If it is PQ, so we will be writing accordingly, the name will change. Now we come on to the second point, that is line. Line is a line is when a line segment, okay, it extends endlessly. It is a line segment, okay, when the line segment is extending endlessly. These arrows means they can be extend both the ways, okay, then it is said to be as a line. It is denoted by with this, and when we have to write any of the name or any name of the line, then we write this way, AB or BA. Why? Because both the sides it is endlessly denoted, okay, it can be extended from both the sides. A line does not have a definite length, so we can say, whereas in line segment it has a definite length. So the distance between the point A and B is the length of line segment A and B here. Here it does not have any definite length. Third, we come on to the ray. A line segment when extends endlessly in one direction, okay, when a line segment is extending itself in one direction, that too endlessly, then that is called as ray, and it is denoted by the name of the points, okay, the name of the line, the name of the points indicating with the arrow sign like this. A ray has also no definite length. Why? Because one side is endlessly extending, therefore this also does not have a definite length. Okay, now we come on to the next one, that is intersecting lines. Now here we have to make a thing very clear. When we talk about lines, lines are always written in small letters, okay. So here how many lines I have? 2 lines I have. This is line L, this is line M, and they are always denoted with the small letters. So the name of the line we write with small letter, name of the point we write with capital letter. So wherever we come across with the capital letter, it means they are the name of points. Wherever we come across with the small letters, they are denoted for, they are indicating for the name of lines. So what is intersecting lines? Intersecting lines means when two lines meet at a common point, okay, or they are crossing each other at common point, that is here. That in this case, if you see that this line L and line M are crossing, intersecting each other at point P, then these two lines are said to be as intersecting. And at which point they are intersecting? At point P. So this point P is called as point of intersection. So this is what is intersecting lines. Now next we come on to parallel lines. Parallel lines are the two lines. Here we have two lines L and M, okay, in a plane, and they are said to be as parallels if they do not intersect at any point. It means they are running along and maintaining the same distance throughout the length, then these two lines will be called as parallel lines. It means at any point they will not meet. Those two lines are called as parallel lines. So when we have to write the parallel lines, so we write parallel lines by this, then with the name of a line, with the symbol of parallel lines along with the other line by which it is parallel. So this is how we write the parallel lines. Now the next one is concurrent lines. Concurrent line is are those lines in which we get to see that three or more than three lines are concurrent if all of them are passing from the same point. Okay, here how many lines I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Line P, line Q, line R, line M. These 4 lines are passing through the same point. So these lines are known as concurrent lines. And because they are passing through the same point, that is point O. So this point is called as point of concurrence. So concurrent lines are very important to understand. If 3 or more lines in a plane are passing through the same point, then they are said to be as concurrent lines, and the point from which they are passing, it is called as point of concurrence. Here point of concurrence is O, so the point of concurrence here is concurrent lines. Now the next one is collinear point. Collinear points means those points, if in any of the line, if we have more than 3 or more points when they lie on the same plane, okay, then they are said to be as collinear points. 3 or more than 3 points. Here I have 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so if in any of the plane, if I have 3 points or more than 3 points, then all those points will be called as collinear points. Linear means straight line, so if those points are lying on the same plane, then they are said to be as collinear points. Next one, we come on to the non-collinear points. Non-collinear points are those points which do not lie less than 2 points. Okay, and they don't lie on the same plane. Like in this case, I have point A, B, C, D, E. But where are they? Like only 2 points are on the same plane, whereas the other 3 points are on the other surface of this structure. Okay, so these points are said to be as non-collinear. So collinear and non-collinear. Collinear points means when 3 or more points are lying on the same plane, they are collinear points. If the points are less than 3 and they are not lying on the same plane, then those points are called as non-collinear points. So for today, this much. I hope you have understood. I would like that you all should go through all the headings what we have discussed today, so that we can proceed further in this chapter. Thank you.